Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have got another DIY for you. So this is going to be working with some of the rope that I showed you in that Dollar Tree haul that was all DIY items. It's actually two tutorials in one. The first thing is this little rope charger. Now I'm not going to do a full-on tutorial like I normally do with the music and voiceovers because this really is a very easy craft. There's very minimal amount of steps in it. So I'm actually just going to talk you through very quickly this tutorial. And then the main tutorial will be taking this and turning it into a tray. So I will share with you at the end of the video other ways that you can use this and some other design ideas of items you can use from Dollar Tree or wherever to get different looks and again to use them for other than just being a charger. And then I'll give you also after I make the tray some other ideas of how you can kind of make the trays themed or for seasons or what have you. So that's what I'm going to do with this. Here's a timestamp for those who like to get crafty with it. The rest of you, so the reason I made these was because on my farm table that I shared with you guys in that, the DIY fabric wrap pumpkins, I'll link that video down below. I asked for opinions and a lot of you have been messaging me and asking me, what did you end up doing? What did you do? What did you do with your table? And so I had made these thinking I would want them on my table to put under my lanterns to help break up all the harsh lines because I've got lanterns and wooden boxes and the sharp edges of the table. I just needed something soft, so that's why the round. But I'm not sure if I'm going to use it like that now. But possibly at the end of this video, I will share with you what my farm table looks like. The only reason why I'm saying possibly is because at this moment, the boxes are not done because when I work with real, like natural new wood, I always do the project and then I stick it outside for about a month. I like for it to get exposed to sun and some rain, which is normally what we have, but lately it's been crazy. Wind, just whatever, you know, acorns falling on it, you know, all that good stuff. And so I just haven't been able to do that because we've barely seen the sun. It's been raining like crazy. And so I've had to just kind of give up getting it weathered and getting that look that I wanted on it and come up with something else. So I have one step left to do on the boxes. And so if I can get it done at the end of this video, I promise I'll share for all of you who have been asking what the table looks like, minus the light fixtures, which aren't going in until the end of October. But if not this video, I promise it'll be at the end of the next video. So there you go. And then lastly, if you're still here, I'm doing a giveaway in this video. So I do not remember which video it was. I remember I was around 750 subscribers, I think. And I had said, when I hit 1,000, I will do a giveaway. Well, last week I gained 1,400 subscribers, which put me over 2,000. And I was like, oh geez, I had promised them a giveaway at 1,000. So I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to pick 3 winners. And this is what the winners are going to receive. Now, hopefully you won't think it's hokey, but given in the spirit of all the DIYs I've been doing lately, especially the last one with the red truck, a lot of you said your Dollar Tree didn't have them or you don't live near a Dollar Tree. So what you're going to get is a little red truck that you can tweak up if you want to. Check out that tutorial. I'll have it linked down below. You can fix it up or just leave it as is. I'll also include one of my little mini wrapped candy canes and you'll be able to decide whether you want me to make it for you and you can kind of tell me some of the colors you have in your house at Christmas and I'll try to get it to match as best I can, or tell me the colors and I will send you some supplies and a little bit of directions and you can create your own little masterpiece on the candy cane. So that's what I'm going to do. So look down in the description box for the directions or I guess the guidelines for, oh, my dogs, I swear, the guidelines for the giveaway. So there we go, guys. That is my plan. I'm gonna get the camera set up, talk you through this tutorial, show you the other tutorial, and then at the end, I'll come back and do the chit chat and possibly show you my farm table. All right, let's go. All right, guys, here is, this is gonna be different for me to not actually sit down and do this. So I don't normally do my tutorials like this, but like I said, this is very easy, so I think I can pretty much explain it to you very quickly. All right, what you're gonna need supply-wise is you are going to need 4 packs of the rope from Dollar Tree. You're gonna need some foam board, hot glue, and glue sticks. And that is it. That is all you're gonna need for this. Optional paint, all right? So get your piece of foam board. They have them in white or black. First step, take your foam board and trace your circle. So I chose to use one of the Dollar Tree placemats. I just traced around it, and then I cut it out with an X-Acto knife. You could certainly use a plate if you have one, if you don't want them this big or what have you, but basically just get your circle. All right, once that's done, let me move this out of the way. The next step, again, I say it's optional, is to paint it. I did 2 coats of paint on the back and 2 coats on this side. Now the reason I went ahead and did it on both sides was because I wasn't sure how close I was gonna be able to get the rope, and I was afraid if I didn't, little flecks of white would show through, so that's why I did it. But after seeing this and doing it, I don't feel it's necessary. But I didn't want the back to be white. So you could paint the back if you wanted to, you could spray paint the back, you could put fabric on the back if you wanted to do a cute buffalo check fabric or something like that. You could cover the foam board, so there's a lot of options with that. Or even glue or a Dollar Tree placemat to the back for some color. So that's your second step. Again, optional if you want to paint it, 2 coats. I just used this earth brown from Hobby Lobby that I've shown you guys before. So that's my go-to brown. All right, now to start it. Let me find my start point here. Here it is, okay. All right, I left the tape. I don't know if you can see that little shine there. I left the tape on the rope, and the first wraparound, you are just hot gluing it to the edge of the foam. You're not on top of the foam, you're not below the foam. I mean, the foam is pretty thick, so you're just gluing this all the way around. That is your very first wrap. Once you can kind of see how it lifts up just a little bit here, and then I start my layers on top. And I basically just go round and round and round. Now, once you start to get a few layers, what you're gonna wanna do is when you put the glue down, I worked in probably about, I don't know, 6 to 8 inch increments. You're gonna press down, okay, and kind of squeeze, if that makes sense. So when you do a layer, press it down and pull it towards the one before it. So that's how you get it to where you don't have gaps between the rope. Now, when you're wanting to finish it, let's see, let me find this. It's kind of hard to, there we go. The only reason I can see them is because I still need to snip some tape off. So right here is where one piece of rope ended. What I did is I just glued it all the way down. Then I put some glue at the end of this strip, had the glue here, and I literally crammed this piece up against that one, and then I just did it again. And so you'll go all the way around till you get to here. At the end, I had just a little bit of a tail. I put a big blob of glue. I kind of, oh, sorry, knocked the camera. Wrapped it around and then just jammed it in there like that. And when you're all finished, you'll almost use that 4th pack all the way through. This is how much I had left over after I did that. And there you go, guys. That is the charger. So like I said, I didn't feel like this was really warranted to do an entire video for this, but if you have any questions, comments, or anything, please feel free to leave them down below, and I'll be glad to answer those if you aren't quite clear what I'm talking about. So, all right, I'm gonna get the camera set up, and we'll start getting ready to turn this into a tray. Okay, so to start this off, I am simply just going to put hot glue kind of pushed in the little crevice here, as you can see, and I'm just going to go around the outer layer of this charger. Since this was the first wraparound on the charger that I talked about, where you were just doing around the edge of the charger, there's kind of a little bit of a lip here, if that makes sense. So when you're going around right now, it's actually kind of fitting in there pretty nicely. So I'm going to just start going around and just continue going around. All right, for the sake of time, I am just going to kind of finish up this and just keep going around, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like after I've used up one package of the rope from Dollar Tree. And this is how many layers you'll get after one package of rope. All right, now I have continued wrapping with the second rope. So after the first rope was finished, all I did was the same thing I did on the charger, where I took a bunch of glue, put it at the end of the first rope, took the start of the second rope, crammed it in there, and then I just continued wrapping it. So right now I have decided this is as tall as I want it, and I didn't use very much of the second thing of rope. So I'm just gonna put a little piece of tape here so that when I cut it, the ends don't get all crazy and frayed. And this is how much of the second pack of rope is left over, just so you can get an idea. And now I'm just going to finish this off by gluing this end and then kind of tucking it on the inside of the tray. I've also decided to go ahead and trim off the little piece of tape here on the end. I don't know that it's necessarily needed, but I went ahead and did that. And then I couldn't find my fray check, so I'm just going to take a little bit of tacky glue here and kind of seal up the end so that I can keep it from fraying all over the place. Now, if you'll remember from when I made the charger, this was that little piece of rope left over from making the charger. So I'm just simply going to put a piece of tape in the middle, cut it, and that makes these perfect sizes to make the handles on my tray. All I'm gonna do to attach these is simply put some hot glue on it and just stick them in there. Okay, so I'm going to share with you how I'm planning to use the tray that I just showed you how to make. It's going to be a little tricky because I'll post a picture of it a little better and put it up here somewhere so you can, once I get it totally styled, and put where I want to. But this is going to be my countdown tray. And so basically at Target, they have them right now. They had these little countdown things, and this little block, there's 2 of them, and it changes out and says like Halloween, Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day. So there's different ones. And I just put burlap on it because at the top you can see the numbers, and I didn't like that. So I kind of just threw this around it. So that's always going to be on this tray, along with some form of a lantern. So right now I just have my little Halloween lantern. I've got a brown one and I've got a Christmas one, so that'll take me through November with the brown one, and then the Christmas one has like little stars and trees on it. And then I'll probably buy maybe a light blue one for January, and then a red to get me through like patriotic and Valentine's Day, that kind of stuff. And then something here to go along with whatever holiday or theme it is. And then I've got this little garland, which I had another thing of it. If you guys could see what's going on right here, yeah, you probably have serious questions as to how I function in my craft room. It's this little garland from Target, the greenery garland. It was $3, and so I'll kind of get that arranged. So I'll throw up a picture once I get it exactly where I want it, and I'll arrange. But this is going to be my countdown tray, and I'll just kind of change it out, and it'll be themed. As far as other ways you could use this, you certainly wouldn't have to put the handles on. There is a way, if you wanted to, you could just attach, you know, of course, the little Dollar Tree candlestick to it, make it like a serving tray. And then you could do, instead of rope on the bottom, cover with fabric. And that's another way you could make it seasonal if you wanted to. You could also, if you wanted to get super fancy crafty, which I had thought about, but then I was like, I don't think so. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's say this is our rope charger, okay? What you could do is actually, okay, cut out, do the rope all the way around it, okay? And then cut out like the center, like right here. And then you would take, basically make little sliding inserts, cut it in a circle, cover it with our fabric. And so you would take your fabric wrapped circle, you would take this one that had the cutout, and then the one that had the cutout would have the sides attached to it. I hope I'm making sense. And then basically you would have like a themed one for the holiday. So that's what I was talking about when you could make it themed. And then the next holiday, slide this part out, slide in the new one. You have that little hole cut out and you can make it themed that way, if that makes sense. So basically if you did that, you would just make kind of like an O and do the rope and then kind of do a layer of rope on the edge of the inside and the edge of the outside. If that's something that you're interested about and want me to explain it better to you, just comment down below and I'll try to do that if I can, or send me an email and I'll try to like explain it to you better. But anyway, that's what I was talking about and trying to make it seasonal. You could certainly do that. And then, you know, the chargers, you could use them as chargers. If you're going to use them as place setting chargers, I would recommend spraying them with the Scotch Guard fabric protector. It repels liquids, blocks stains. I always spray this almost anytime I'm working with fabric. I just spray it on there just to be safe. It doesn't ruin it. It doesn't hurt it. But again, yeah, I would recommend that. So, there you go. So this is the tray. The other thing you could do is if you don't like the round one, Dollar Tree has, and honestly, when I was thinking of doing the tray, I was going to do it this way first. The square cloth placemats, okay? So if you want to make a square tray, it's the same thing. I mean, it literally is just the same thing. You would just cut it out rectangle, and then you would go around in a rectangle shape. So there you go. You could do it that way and make a rectangle tray if you wanted to. Or you could just do inserts, you know, just leave the bottom foam. Don't just do the sides all the way around it. And then you can go and change out the placemats in it if you wanted to. You could do that, I guess. Okay, so there you go. At the end of this video, as soon as I'm done jibber jabbering, you might see my farm table, but if not, I promise it'll be on the next one. Also, I have a lot of you asking about the Farm Fresh Christmas tree sign. It should be within the next 2 videos. That is my plan. I'm actually going to be making 2 signs, and one, I'm going to go ahead and make it and show you an option that maybe costs about $25, but the one I'll do the tutorial on will be the cheaper version for you guys, and most of the stuff you can get from Dollar Tree and all that good stuff. So, okay, I think that's it, guys. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day.